Welcome back to the Bessemer and Lake Erie and HO scale. This is a layout update for November 18th, 2023. I'm Ray Brown. Welcome back to the layout. Okay. Just a few things. Pretty short update today, I think. I've been traveling for work a bunch. Haven't had a ton of time to work on the layout. But I did start to build this tower for Branston. This is a old IHC or Pola kit. I think this was sold under a few different brands. The kit colors were yellow. I did it in this green that I've kind of standardized all my towers on. No idea if that's right or not for Bessemer, but I'm at least trying to kind of do things standard that way. Where we left off last time was kind of looking here at GN and the interlocking. So what I've gotten done since then, definitely gotten some more mainline laid. You can see both tracks laid in there. I think I might use that tipple for the Grant Mine. Coming back around this corner, got the switch in, will be the lead for Queen Junction. And then this area in here will be the interchange yard for the Western Allegheny. It'll be, pretty small. Probably mostly run the 50-ton hoppers up the Western Allegheny branch. And actually going to do an 18-inch radius curve out around the end of this wall. I know that's really tight. I kind of want to make it very intentionally that you're pretty limited in the power and trains you can take up the branch. Probably going to be 6-car trains going up the branch. But you can see I got the main line laid out around the end here to the south end of Queen Junction. I got the other switch for the lead here and the crossover for the control point. You can kind of imagine, this is just a left-hand crossover. And so thinking that, if a train's running right-handed, coming from Butler, you'd be able to cross over and into Queen. Or if we were coming out of Queen and for whatever reason, we wanted to cross over to the other track, Tassa coal, another Tassa coal loader will be back here in the corner. Maybe you got to go out around a train loading there. So we will see. But things are progressing pretty good here. I've got a couple switches to build, and I'm hoping here over the Thanksgiving break I will get track laid out around to what will be CN Tower here. And that'll just leave me that length down to Butler. This scene is going to take me a little bit of time. I'm going to do this series of overpasses that's in Butler. The Monroe Street underpass. And got the creek there and going over the B&O. So that'll be kind of a neat scene. One thing I did want to at least briefly talk about, I want to do maybe a full review on these at some point, is, I didn't want to use tortoise switch machines on the upper deck because even mounting them sideways, I thought you were going to be able to see them. Don't mind my very temporary wiring here, just trying to make sure this is all going to work. But what I found, quite on accident, was these little itty-bitty switch machines. That is a MP1 by a company called MTB. They're a Czech company. It's a slow motion machine. I'll show it here in a second. I got these from, oh gosh, what was the name of the company? Signal Logic, maybe? I'll cover it when I do my review, but the customer service was just awesome. I bought these, immediately got an email from the guy that said like, hey, your email address was new in our system. Here's all the documentation for how to install these, and call me if you have any questions. And I just thought that was awesome. Customer service is so bad anymore, and it was just really, really amazing to get that kind of service. They are a slow motion switch machine. You can see they are just incredibly low profile. So you won't be able to see them at all, especially once the fascia's on here and everything. They've got contacts, extra set of contacts, so you can do, power frog. You can see these extra guys out here. Now they wire a little different than a tortoise, where a tortoise just flips polarity. These guys, one wire is common, and then it's which side you're putting power to. I'm going to get a Digitrax SE1 and see if I can make these work with it. I did find some documentation that makes me think that's possible. But one of the things I like about these more than a tortoise, other than they're a little cheaper, they're really easy to mount. You can kind of see the screw up there, so you got some lateral adjustment front to back. But then the couple screws on the front, you can slide your throw bar left or right and really center up the throw real easy compared to a tortoise. And then the last thing I really like is this whole assembly. It doesn't pivot like a tortoise. It actually translates. So here, let me throw it and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. That just slides left and right. So real easy to get, centered up and mounted. I'll show you that up here on the rail side. So there's the points. And as soon as I find the switch, there it is. And again, because it's translating and not pivoting, if you've installed tortoises, as the switch throws from one side to the other, your pin will kind of raise and lower in there. And that doesn't happen because this just slides left and right. I think these things are great. So long as I can get this to work with the SE74, I think I want to be buying a whole lot more of these. So, yep, I like that a lot. And that's running on 12 volt DC right there. I'm assuming if you give it a little less voltage, it'll probably move a little slower, but I think that's good enough. My plan here is to put point motors on any switch leaving the main line. So, dispatcher will have control of that. And as soon as you're off the main line, then everything's going to be manual throw and you're kind of on your own. But, yeah, really like these so far. And then these are the MB1s. They're kind of the most entry level, but they've got a few more levels up. Like if you wanted 2 sets of contacts or, a little bit more capability, they've got more. So, check them out. Like I said, they're called the MP1 by a company called MTB. Really happy so far. I will say this, when you put the DC power to them, it matters which side is positive and which side is negative. If you get it backwards, just nothing happens. Like they're broke. So very different than a tortoise that way. But not hard, just different. All right, so enough rambling on about that. Did do open house today. Had a bunch of the NMRA guys show up. I had people here from New York, Pittsburgh area, West Virginia, a lot of Division II guys. Shout out to those guys. Everybody was really awesome. And really complimentary. And just really nice to have a crowd show up. Had a lot of my marching band kids and their families show up. Just a fun day all around, getting to share the layout. And I am working on another batch of 12 hoppers here. These guys are all ready to go. I think there's 8 here. And four more here. Glue's drying. I put my steel shot in the bottom of the cars so you don't see it. That adds just enough weight to make these run pretty good. And I got some loads I'm working on there. So we'll have the full set of 12 set up in another day or so, and can see some Penske AccuRail 2 bays that I got set up there. Those will be coming off the Western Allegheny branch as well. Other than that, not a whole lot new here in the basement. Just looking forward to keep pushing the track forward and getting the main line wrapped up. I think that's going to just be really, really an exciting day. The only other thing I will say is these lights I've mentioned before, get on Amazon. I did get the lights down this this corridor here. So other than that, thanks for hanging out with me again, seeing the progress, and we'll get some more things wrapped up here. A couple industries we've got to put out here. We've got DJ Joseph's Scrapyard and Bell Brick and Block. I got to figure out exactly where the turnouts and sidings will go for them. The Western Allegheny is going to come around this wall. It's going to be gaining elevation. I want it to be a few inches higher, kind of in the back. Might do like a gravel limestone load out here, maybe a coal mine out in the back corner, maybe another coal mine here, and then I want to punch through the wall here, do this tunnel scene, and there'll be like a reverse loop for the Western Allegheny over the helix, but probably a long way off from doing any of that, but just thinking ahead to what it will eventually be. All right.